Hello? 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 I'm hearing it. You'll hear it once. Hello? Hello? Hello, you people. Hoo-ha! 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 Hey, there's a house right there. Sam. Steph. Go right. What have you got?
Jukes. I see someone, but I don't think they're alive.
This house is clean.
Jumpy.
Another dead zone. The only thing alive in here is the smell.
They're not coming back.
Well, if you're gonna ride out the apocalypse, no better way to do it than with some castles and crusades.
Hey, you too. Take only what you need.
Trollord Games. Join the fray. Okay, we are live.
Are we live?
Yes, we're live. What up, everybody?
Hi, dear world.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 It
Hey,
works.
can we do this in slow motion?
We could try that. We should do a stream, 4-hour stream where we all talk slow. Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's here. It's going to
Or
be
in
here.
reverse. We
So-
could try one in reverse.
Reverse.
Yeah, do one in reverse. What? No, I can't do that, dude. That's too
What's
much
that
for me.
one song
I'm too old for
by
that.
Missy Elliott? Put your thing down, flip it in reverse.
Arkansas.
Idea
slow.
10.
Arkansas slow.
So
There's a preponderant number of Arkansans in the room. Look at that.
there are a lot. Someone should
We're
call.
out in
Someone should
Longview.
call.
Preponderance is exactly correct. There's a
Would
preponderance.
the term
Arkansas.
"strangers danger" would that work? Or no?
Stranger's danger.
Dude, the population of Arkansas is exploding.
What's exploding?
The
Supposedly,
population of Arkansas.
Oh,
Yes, ridiculous.
It's like
It is.
3.5
It's-
million people here now.
Too many
pretty
people.
crazy. Little Rock's
Thank you,
like
gentlemen.
doubled since 2018.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm Chuck Cumbo, Community Director for Troller Games. We're here to hang out with you guys. We do have a question in the channel that we will get to later at some point. If you have any questions, pop them in here. If you asked before, ask again because I sure didn't see them this time around. But we'll get you in the queue and answer whatever questions you got. And yeah, we just want to shoot the shit with you guys today. We do have a giveaway going on. So if you want to join us over here on twitch.tv/Troller Games, you can come get in the raffle. Let me find the link here for you. And because we're streaming to a bunch of different platforms, so you know, stuff happens. You have to come over here, unfortunately. There you go. You can win some codes on the store today.
You gotta reframe it. It's not unfortunately. It's fortunately you can just come right over to Twitch.
Oh,
and
that's
do that
I like
really
that
easily.
positive take. That's
You
good.
gotta reframe your thinking.
You can tell Chuck has been beat down by the week. He
He always says unfortunately. to
there's
that.
no excitement.
No, I'm just, yeah.
Unfortunately, you have to join us on our other.
Fortunately, you have to follow us on Twitter.
All right, I get it. I'm just anxious for Monday to get here so we can do it all over again.
Arms and Armor. Yeah, John.
Yeah, am I right? Johnny's all
got a
he's
bunch
all
of
fired
art
up
in for
about
that.
it.
Well, I sent him one that I screwed up, like one of the first books I ever printed.
I
And
got like
I
30 pieces today.
It's
I
really
said
it's
it, was all
awesome.
cut, it was all cut crooked and stuff. It was an Arms and Armor, and I signed it. I said, "This is the first book I ever screwed up." I used the F word, but,
Zombie, zombie.
or whatever. I don't know what it said.
You're not supposed to do that, Dakota. There's no F words. It's
The free word.
Flash.
This is free.
Jeremy, first question ends for you. Looks like for Jeremy from Sparky. Have you revamped the zombie entry? I just noticed that my copy of the M&T is different than the PDF of the M&T. The PDF is missing the overwhelm ability. It's weird.
What?
It's in text in the chat if you'd like to read. Feel free to read the chat. if you'd
How
like
do you
to.
get a copy of the thing?
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, we haven't sent out the Monsters and Treasures yet, Sparky. So I'm not sure which version you're looking at.
Sparky's making it up.
He's talking about the
He's
prior.
I have a
Would
vague
chip it back
recollection
up.
of some version of
What he's saying is the one we have currently right now. Okay, the PDF is different from the printed book. That's what he's saying.
what PDF?
The PDF of
It
the book
shouldn't
he's
be.
speaking of.
The current iteration of the PDF of the same game that's already out.
Yes.
Okay,
God
I thought
bless.
I was going crazy because I have a vague memory of one version of the zombie having an ability called Overwhelm, and
Yeah.
one without it.
The good
Yeah,
news
he's-
is, after December, that will never happen again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's in there.
Hey,
now.
hey, hey, hey.
I don't remember.
We'll
which
make
version
sure
it was.
it's in there just for
Give me-
Sparky. We'll call it the Sparky Overwhelm.
Hey, this is a great idea. Wait,
There you
wait. Do we have okay, you know, Jeremy went through a lot of work to create swarms and swarm rules, right?
And Beatles.
You could expand that to. I mean, it's such a basic mechanic. It's just here's a zone. Everything in that zone takes X amount of damage every round and makes a saving throw or suffers some weird rider effect that's related to the creature. So you could make a horde of zombies with those rules really easily. Killing it would be kind of hard though.
Overwhelming exploding population.
Yes, but I like the idea of zombies overwhelming people. Like You just can't. I don't care how good you are. You just can't cut through enough of them.
Yeah, that's what the overwhelm ability does. Like for every 4 zombies, you automatically take 1 point of damage. No matter you can have.
I've never known of this.
Yeah, so
Shit.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know where it is.
that must have been dropped at some point because the PDF I have does not have it.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
So
Let's get
you'll
this
need to
shit
put
figured
that
out
back
here.
in to
I got
the body
fifth
text.
printing.
No, because I want to use this very soon. I have never used that
Yes,
before.
in the 5th printing, on page 310 is the overwhelm ability. It says, whenever 3 or more zombies attack a single opponent, they automatically inflict 2 points of damage for every 3 zombies attacking. Up to 12 zombies can attack a
Holy
single
shit.
foe.
But yeah, that's
so,
gone.
so yeah, and so
So that needs to come back.
Sparky's saying that the layout and the page that would be on in the PDF is not there.
So, Chuck, what that means is the PDF on the store at the moment is the 4th printing, and not the 5th printing. If you check that, I mean,
I'll check it.
We can fix that easily.
It didn't go anywhere, Johnny. That's in our most recent printing.
Johnny Omaha.
So if you've got any more questions, throw them out there. We'll get them in queue. If not, we'll
And answers.
We'll move on. But I'll check and see, Steve.
Ask me questions about things I know, not things I don't know. I don't
Okay,
like-
I'm gonna share some knowledge with some people that I learned yesterday. So I was out chopping down trees, right? And then I limbing them afterwards, and I'm like, there has to be a word for limbing a tree. You know, I've always called it limbing or skinning, right? But skinning is wrong. It's called snedding. SNEDDING.
Is it the big? That's the big two-handed knife. No, that's what you take bark off with. That's right.
Yeah, no.
Snedding is
snedding
the
is
process.
It's the process of just chopping the limbs off a tree once it's down.
Snedding is the process of stripping the side shoots and buds from the length of a branch or shoot.
Yeah.
Usually of a tree or woody shrub.
Taking branches off. Snedding. Look at that.
Yeah, learn something.
That needs to go in the Ardian dictionary.
It should definitely go.
It's not a fantasy word.
We used to have a monster called the Sned.
But did you know about it until then?
Whose sole
No, I didn't.
purpose
There
it
you
rips the limbs off of its opponents.
I
That's
was
it.
about to say de-limbs characters. I like it. I like where this is going.
It's like a big barrel, like a huge mouth that runs all the way through it, with like rotating rows of teeth. And
There
you
you
get
go.
chucked into it like a wood chipper.
Like a wood
and it
chipper,
sprays you up the back. Yeah.
The
That's
living
awesome.
wood chipper.
Oh my god.
Oh, I can imagine that too. Oh man, that's a great idea, Jeremy.
It walks through the woods like a tank.
Yeah, and you have giants who collect gnomes and throw it into the mouth of it.
Oh, it's like a food processor.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a big
And they-
juicer so they can make their morning cleanse.
Oh, a giant juicer would be heinous.
A giant juice.
They're like pressing it.
That's like that show. What was the Jack and the Beanstalk? Did you
Jack
guys
the Giant Killer Slayer.
Jack the Giant Killer when the giant is rolling them up in the fajita or whatever, like or bread roll?
I haven't. I didn't know about that.
How many pages does that have? Because I am literally looking at the PDF of the 5th printing of the Monsters and Treasure, and it's on page 310. It has Overwhelm on it.
It's the
My
fourth
version
printing.
doesn't.
The
Fourth printing
fourth
doesn't even
yeah.
have 300 pages in it. No, Sparky just said he's got the 5th printing in front of him. PDF.
Well, and Commander Pete just said that he's got the physical fourth printing of the M&T, and it doesn't have the Overwhelm either.
Correct. So, Sparky, how many pages does your PDF? I have no idea where Sparky got
I'm
this.
going on here and downloading the one from the store on my account.
I think
370 is what Sparky said.
I think Sparky's writing his own book.
He's Sparky rewrote the whole thing. Damn it, Sparky! You got to quit doing that.
And now he's correcting us. He's like,
No, he's
he writes it the way Sparky wrote it the way he
it's
wanted it
definitely
to be.
from
Like,
somewhere
hey,
because I remember like working with the zombie and having the zombie done, and then I saw another version of it that had Overwhelm. I was like, that's fucking weird, because I had never seen that before.
So the only thing I can think, if everyone remembers, everyone's not going to remember this, but a lot of people remember this. When we first released the 5th printing, the Walsworth did not bind the head to the headboard very well, and the spine started popping off of a lot of them. So we had customers return their books, we fixed their books, and then Walsworth offered to reprint. I want to say 1,000 of them. I think is what we dumped like 1,000, and then we reprinted 1,000 of them. And I may have put a
Sounds
few
like something you
pages,
would do.
yeah, in the 5th printing that got reprinted by Walsworth. but it was still called the fifth printing because nothing really changed. So
No,
maybe
no,
I did that then.
no.
That's crazy. Is it in there, Chuck? The Mysteries?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's on the store. So Sparky, you must have a PDF. You know what it is? He got it from the Kickstarter, because that was a Kickstarter fulfillment. That Monsters Treasure that fell apart, and I will bet you that I did go in and add Overwhelm in that little brief whatever the heck. That's funny as crap. There you go. That's called a something, an Easter egg. I don't know.
Easter egg.
It's very
20
generous.
There's
generous
25 years.
All right, so
of
just real quick,
new
let me
law.
make an announcement. I did update the PDF recently for that, like last week, and that's probably where the screw up is.
Maybe, Chuck. I mean, I'm looking.
Yeah,
at
because
my
I went in
calendar.
there. Well, no, I went in there, and the one that was in there, Steve, was messed up.
Oh, I see. So you
Wait,
so the
we've
one
got-
that's in there may have been the Kickstarter version.
Very well possible. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Two people
I'm
that
so
have got it from the store
confused.
and they're saying they
Yeah.
don't have it either.
Now, one of the things I want to do, guys, eventually, whenever we have our dream world of a custom built HTML website, is to be able to send you guys notifications every time we update a file. That's one of my
That'd be
great
great.
dreams. So until then,
Dude, they're gonna get emails like every day.
I don't know about that. We don't update shit that good. I mean, maybe. The plan
know
is
a
just
guy.
to get to where we don't have to update nothing, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That'd be wonderful.
Drop it in chat.
We hear you. The original. I can't even. I don't know. I don't know what that
Whoopinese.
says, but we hear you.
Whoopinese.
Whoopinese. Yeah. So yeah, we would absolutely love. We moved off of Equid a year ago, I guess. I don't know, something. And WooCommerce has been okay, but we're not super happy with the WooCommerce.
No, I thought it would, and I was the one who really pushed for WooCommerce as well.
You and Tim were pushing, and Monica too, and it's just got some limitations. But the Russians had bought the Equid stuff, and we didn't want to, Russia's not a friendly playing partner on the global stage.
Every time
So-
you mention that now, where I've watched so much of that For All Mankind.
yeah.
Anyway.
I think one of the problems with the well, one, it was just an antiquated thing, but it still worked. It worked.
It
Functioned.
worked. Yeah, it worked.
Remember those times though it got shut down, like because of DDoS attacks from Russia?
Yeah.
It kept- I mean, it was just anyway.
Johnny, it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that unless you have one
Yeah.
custom made, sites like Wix and WooCommerce and places like that, they're just plugins. So you're limited by what they can do, and also if the person who's
Well, you're
doing the
limited by
plugin,
what plugins you can find.
yeah, the plugin, if they decide they don't want to update it or they give up on it, get tired of it, they just move away.
Yeah.
And then it's just there, and then it breaks. So that's the problem with that.
See,
I
this
mean,
is
it's-
why
you know.
I like my job at Troll Lord. Because y'all are all worried about plugins and WooCommerce, and I got my peanut hopper.
He's very happy with his peanut hopper.
That's
I got my
awesome,
peanut
dude.
hopper. Yeah.
So
And I
Dakota,
got
you're
bags of peanuts all over my print shop.
Dakota, you're bragging, but
That's
you
brilliant.
spent 2 days dismantling the binder and having to take gunmetal grease and tiny little bitty holes just to.
No,
to
it
move
was white lithium grease, and yeah,
There you go.
I smashed my finger pretty good.
Well,
So
that's
it-
part of
it's
working
pretty
in
much
that.
the same thing as
listen.
working with WooCommerce. It's just
Yeah.
And the
So-
binder still doesn't work very well. So
So we get these
I think
kind of headaches, with our crap. But with you, anybody who works in that shop, and Dave's can attest to this, it's very physical.
it's a physical. Yeah, no, I've got cuts and bruises and scrapes all over my arms and stuff.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's good.
I'm used to it. I
Hey,
like working.
Is
stuff.
anyone out there does anyone out there chop trees professionally?
Like a real
The guys out
lumberjack.
in my yard today.
Well, I'm looking for a good felling axe, and I've got
Oh.
these old felling axes, but I'm just wondering if anyone has a suggestion on a good felling axe.
On a good what?
Felling axe.
Felling
Chop-
axe.
Axe for chopping down trees.
Why don't you just use a chainsaw?
Right, Commander.
Well, I do. I have like
How
3
thick are these?
chainsaws.
How thick are these trees? That's
Why?
really
Why are
going
you
to color the
thinking-
answer.
Wait, why are you
Oh.
thinking?
Yeah, they're pretty
Call
big.
it, Davis. Celestian GC says it's called a chainsaw.
Well, all 3 of my chainsaws are in the process of being repaired, and I just sat there and looked at them
I
like,
wonder why.
I'm just going to take my axe out. And then so yesterday I need to replace all my handles on the axes. The axe head flew off while I was
Just
chopping.
need some depth cord. Just get some depth cord.
Did you use a wedge?
You gotta use a felling wedge.
No. Did you wait? Because you said the axe head fell off. Did you use a wedge when you rehandled the axe?
I never even checked it. I was just beating that tree up with it, and I didn't check it. And then the axe head just like it cranked a little bit, and I saw it crank, and I was like, I'll get one more swing out of it. I walked back, hit it, and it just bounced right off.
Yeah.
Tree 1, Davis 0.
Yeah.
So, got a couple things I want to
We
mention.
don't know, Sparky. None of us know. It's a mystery.
What's that?
Sparky said, "How is Davis still alive?" I asked
Oh,
this
we don't
question.
know, man. That is a really good question. It's a really good question.
And I'll tell you what, though, too, today, and I'm pretty secure with the axe. I fairly well know how to hit my mark. I'm pretty close, but I'm barefoot when I'm doing this too.
God help you.
You're
One of
chopping
these,
trees
one of these
barefooted?
days, he's just gonna drop off. He's just gonna disappear for like 6 weeks.
Yep.
You're like, what happened to Davis? He's
Who
like, I was-
knows?
Oh man, that's a really good
Yeah, what's
He
question.
was
gonna
felling
happen?
trees.
And I'll tell you what,
He was
though, too,
netting
today,
trees
and
while barefooted.
now
That's
I'm-
what-
Yes.
Right, he was netting
Now
trees
I
with
won't
a-
do that barefoot. I will not do that barefoot.
In the
I'm
dark.
barefoot when I'm
Yeah.
doing this too.
In the
So
dark.
did you use an axe to sned the trees too?
God help
Yeah.
you.
Your
one of
chop,
these-
Davis. I'm
one
gonna
of
bring
these
you my
days, he's just gonna
chainsaw.
drop off.
Good
he's
God.
gonna
I've got
disappear.
three.
You're not gonna get that chainsaw back in one piece.
Yep.
You're like, what
So
happened to
just
Davis?
so that everybody knows,
Oh,
there's a
man,
lot of
that's
pines
really
up there.
good.
Yeah,
where
what's
he
gonna
was
happen?
planting. When the
And
pines
I'll
grow, they
tell
pick
you
up
what,
He was
small
netting
rocks, and the
trees
small
while
rocks get in
barefoot.
between
Yes.
the bark. And when you use
Now,
your
I won't
chainsaw,
do
it
that
chews that chainsaw blade up when it hits those rocks.
Oh.
It actually does a lot of. That's why he's constantly sharpening his chainsaw. That's why, Davis, you need depth cord.
I wish
Wrap
I
it around a
could-
tree, blow it up.
I wish I. Is that legal?
No.
Oh,
Probably not. No. If I had to guess.
If I had to guess.
Wait.
no.
What's that stuff that you buy that blows up? Termite.
Tantalite.
No, Tamanite.
What's that stuff you buy that blows up? Tires? I don't know.
C4? I don't know.
Balloons.
Wait.
Balloons. Oh, that's a good one.
All right. Here's a good one. We're going to discuss something probably should not
There you go.
internet, but
There you go,
when I
David.
get some tannerite,
No.
and then
No. Already know. Right off the bat. No.
No. You
Quick
cannot.
discussion.
wrap some
Serious,
like
buddy.
duct
Yes, sir,
tape
guy.
so you can make like a cord out of it. And then wrap
No.
it around.
That's
What
not
we
how
just
it works.
need here is some plastic explosives. Clear up this forest right away.
We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this Twitch channel shut
Tannerite.
down.
That's right, Celestian. Yeah, Celestian's got it right. Yeah, so real quick, couple things I want to throw out there to you guys. One thing is that let me put this out in the stream here. Where is it at? Here we go. So we have now partnered with Rip Tabbert Adventures to do our Foundry stuff that's coming to the store. So there's a link if you want to go read about it and check it out. We're pretty excited about it. Moving all that Reforged stuff over to Foundry will be good. So very exciting about that.
Rip Torn.
And on top of that, we also have a new place in the store. Steve, you want to explain about that a little bit about the vault?
Yes. So we had. I think Chuck's got it. You got it live today, right? The
Mhm.
first chunks are up in there. So Chuck
Yeah,
has
a couple.
opened on the store on the TLG store what's called the vault. And in the vault, we are going to start putting in the older versions. You know, we've been publishing for 25 years. This is our 25th year of publication, 20th year of Castles and Crusades. So we've got an absolute mountain of material that we've published that's gone out of print and that we've reprinted, made changes to, So I asked Chuck to put the vault together, and he did that today. And we've got our first uploads. What's first and second printing? Is that right, Chuck?
Yes, sir.
So you will be able to go to the vault if you are interested and purchase some of the older PDFs. It's not going to be print copies. We may do something with that later, but right now it's just PDFs of the original stuff. And we're not changing anything. We're not going in and cleaning stuff up and moving stuff around. Like Chuck put up the first printing and the second printing of the Player's Handbook. He went in and made the bookmarks. Is
That's
that
all I
right?
changed was the bookmarks.
Yeah, because a lot of those had no bookmarks.
No,
because they were before
in
PDF
fact-
sales were.
In fact, that second
Go ahead.
printing and the first printing, back in those days, we didn't even have the same kind of layout. So the covers are actually kind of smaller, and we had to put them on with a back behind it of color. You remember that, Steve, to kind of cover the whole
Yeah,
size
yeah,
of the book?
yeah.
So it looked kind of funky too, but it looks neat. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, and there were no PDF sales in 2004.
It is.
I don't think.
No,
If it was just beginning. So
yeah.
So we're going to upload this stuff. Chuck's going to put bookmarks in it, but that's it. Other than that, it's going to be as it originally appeared, as it was originally printed. So if you want that stuff for your collection, and we will build it over time, the Codex
Yeah.
of Arid, Monsters and Treasures, the
I want to get
Inzaghi
Winter
stuff.
Dark up there. You know.
We're going to get the
Yes,
original
yeah,
Davis. We'll get
2000.
the original Swords and Sorcery
Yeah,
Adventure
I think if
module.
we could get those three,
Yep.
those four products, get them up in PDF. I would say if we could reprint those, but I don't even know if it's possible.
I don't
Well,
know,
we've
man.
got 2.
We own all of them. We could.
Well, I know we own all of them, but they're so short that they staple.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. I know you may be right. They're probably they're 16 pages or something like that. They're pretty.
Well,
pretty.
a Hallowed Ring is 11 pages, and I can bind it in the print shop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you been buying that small?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's
sucks.
20. I think it's
Horrible.
20.
Oh, I know it's
pages.
hard to
It's
do.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
But I would 50 pages or more is when I can get a really nice square back on the binder.
Right. I think what were we pushing for, Steve? 20, 36 or something, I think, or 34.
Minimum 20 pages because
20.
under 20 was making Todd and Dakota now to fold the covers, which creased the things. Blah, 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 blah.
And it makes the back of the cover. And this is a very minute thing, but it makes the very back of the cover, like the spine. It like if it's an older cover, it makes it crack. So like you see a little bit of white through the color, and it
Very
looks
irritating.
worn. Yeah.
Agile Bunks in the house.
I'm reading all the chat's good to read tonight. I'm enjoying watching it all. Agile Monk.
About
Rolling
the print
in.
shop. What do I say about the print shop? I've got a cutter that works sometimes.
It's brilliant.
It sucks. I've got a binder.
Or
I've got a binder that I. This is gonna sound naughty, but I polished the shafts on, and so now it kind of.
We already did this joke.
You know what I look forward
I
to?
know, that was last week, but that's the technical term.
So Dakota.
So I pulled it all apart and polished it up and stuff. But
So
I've been packing a lot recently, so I haven't been binding much.
if we
Still
ever
a lot to
get
catch up.
if we ever move to that warehouse, I could
Don't
see
say if.
I could when we do, I could see you out there trying to get new equipment, Steve holding on to the shit. No, this works.
Dude, it was so, and I told Steve this binder or not the binder, the cutter, because it's been in the company for what 30 or 20 years or whatever.
Yes,
we would
but
have
it's
gotten a cutter in 2006 or 5.
Yeah, so almost 20 years, and it's a staple. I told him that I would build a wooden box around it, and I'd put it in my yard or whatever, if he wants to keep it. Just give me a new cutter.
The thing is heavy.
So how many different types of blood have been shed on that cutter over the years, Steve? You think?
Mine and Davis's for sure.
Yeah, I've cut myself probably a half dozen times, but only a little bit. Davis is the only one I know that cut himself so deep that he bled on it was a whole box of books. He got blood everywhere.
So would people in the audience be willing to pay for troll blood? I'm just asking, just throwing that out there as a question.
That's a crime.
Yeah.
It's a crime to mail bodily fluid.
It's capitalism, okay? It's what it is. It's capitalism.
It's soaked into the paper.
Oh, hey,
Some of
like
blood.
fake
Can we
blood.
put up a category of blood-soaked books?
Yeah, that's what the mystery boxes are.
There you go. There you go.
Exsanguination, yes.
free finger with every purchase or whatever. I don't know.
Today's topic on KTLG examination.
That's a good word, exsanguination.
It's hard.
There with
Actually,
immolation.
Oh, it's Steve. Here comes the Agile Monk's usual prodding about the OGL publishing guidelines for TLG. We'll get them. We promise. As soon as Reforge is
we are
done.
so close. So I'll let everybody in on what happened over the last 48 hours. So Peter Bradley turned over the arms and armor. Now he did exactly what Davis and I asked him to do, and it looked fantastic. And so I went back through it yesterday and last night and made a little bit of adjustments that I wanted, updated the legal, blah 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 blah. And then I sent it to Davis late last night so that he could go over it this morning. And Davis had a whole lot of problems with it. Not, just normal stuff that this needs to be moved here. This text needs to be this, blah, blah, blah. And we were going, so Davis and I got on the horn this morning and we started going over it. And we both came to realize that the layout that we did a gigantic disservice to Peter's art, because the art that he has in there for this, is it 1,000 pieces of equipment, Davis?
He claims it's 2,000 pieces.
However, it's a lot. It's 250 pages, 6 pieces a page. So whatever that adds up to. So just all of this art, and it looks so good. So Davis and I began farting around with the layout a little bit and decided that we want not 6 items per page, but 4 per page. So I shot Peter a text and said, "Hey, do you mind revisiting this entire book and relaying it out?"
Oh my god.
The idea is to
Did he
get
kill
to-
you?
Just get to
No,
the
he
part
did-
where
he-
Peter
Peter's
shows
like-
up. You know.
All Peter said, he goes, "Hey, isn't this what I told you 3 months ago to do 4 on a page?"
I bet he
would-
was loving that. I bet he was eating that.
That's why
up.
Peter's Peter. If that had been me, and it was something that I had specifically said, I would have become so violently angry.
Yeah, Peter doesn't care. He just went on and he said he might have it tomorrow, no later than Monday. I was going to give it to Chuck to send to all the backers, but I think we're just going to wait until we get this version.
Yeah. Yeah, because if not, you'll get emails and stuff.
How is that going to affect the page count?
It's going to increase the page count from 250 to 350. And I told
Holy
Peter, don't
shit,
worry.
that much?
Well,
That's a big book.
it's going to be a huge book, but his pictures, I cannot express
Oh,
how
I really
cool
like his pictures.
oh I
his
can. We've been
pictures
looking through them
are-
today.
They're very
Yeah, and
lavishly detailed.
it
Really
had.
excellent.
And I threw that.
Let me put one up on the stream, Steve, from Scott.
And we need to get into Peter's old art too, that he keeps thumbing around that he doesn't like and stuff. And Kent sent a few pictures over today. Anyway,
Okay, so
I still want to put together a thing of Peter's art.
keep in mind that what you're going to see. One, I wadded it up, but it's not printed with heavy levels, so the pictures are lighter than they're going to appear when you guys get your
Kingsley?
book. But that
You can't even see that.
That's
Yeah, you
completely
can barely
illegible. That
see
does
it.
not read at all.
I'm not sure what you're.
that is the size of the picture. Now let me get an arms and armor.
I'm not
Wait,
sure he's
it's going
talking
to.
about. Well, I'm going to show this picture off because I really like it.
So now he will blow them up to that size.
Yeah, so you can actually see the
Oh.
detail. On
Oh, they were small.
They were.
they were way too small for any yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a huge improvement, and we were all worried about the page count, but
So it's gonna
with
be-
the amount of work that.
Well,
both
Peter's
David-
going to be so happy the next year too. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah.
Kent and I talked about, and he finally greenlit a project Peter and I are going to be working on over the next 18
Yeah.
months or so.
How many more projects can we pile on?
This is
We
for
got a lot
2020.
going on.
Peter's been talking about this for 5 years.
I
Okay.
haven't even mentioned the project that Finn and I started 2 days
Oh my
ago.
god.
man.
Ah, no, we gotta finish this shit.
Oh, Jeremy, me and Steve have come up with 3 more products that we're gonna work on together too.
You just like that.
I can't write. That's why they hired me to print.
That was about project. Lots and lots going on.
Yes, we are. Okay, so on the Kickstarters, we are for the next, I think, 4 months, I think.
Yeah,
We are
5 months,
clear.
yeah.
All we're working on is finishing every project we have in tap at the moment. So when I say there's a new project, this is the idea. And Peter and I talked about it yesterday for about an hour. We're not even starting it until next year.
So
So
let me
we're wrapping everything up this year to get all that
let me just throw this onto the fire so everyone in the chat and on Twitter and Facebook and wherever else kind of knows when Davis says or Jeremy or whoever says we're starting a new project and we've still got things to finish. So there's projects that need to be done, the Reforged stuff, the Amazing Adventures stuff, Arms and Armor, the Hermit, and Exaltum. These are the 5 Kickstarters we got to wrap up. There's another
And
one.
the GFW.
And the GFW. Now the GFW that'll be
It's a little
next
outside
year.
of our
Yeah.
area.
And there's
But
also
that's being
Barnes
worked on.
Rich,
So
so we need to-
everybody's working on stuff, but most of those projects, Amazing Adventures, the Armory book, and Reforged, are really off of everyone's desks except mine and Jeremy's, and Peter's a little bit. So Davis and Chuck, Dakota and Grace and Mel and everybody else, they're working on stuff that we're going to be doing later. When Davis steps into one of the Kickstarters that's being worked on now, it's really like I did with the Armory book. Davis, here's your book. This is what it's going to look like. Do you have any changes before we go to print? It just happened. We had a lot of changes on this one.
And then I asked if I could get into the text, and he said no.
Right. Normally, Davis goes, "Don't show me this ever again. I don't want to talk about it." And moves on and off his desk. So everyone else in the company will be moving on stuff from Barsoom, There's still the book, and Jeremy.
wait on that.
This is still in Jeremy's wheelhouse, though he has forgotten about it. The book of monsters classes. These things are still in the pipeline, but
They're not classes anymore. They're just monster races.
There you go. There you go. But that's down the line. But at the moment, for the next 5 months, we're not doing another Kickstarter, another crowdfunding campaign until February, I think. So we are going to focus to wrap up.
At least that's
It'll be here before you know it.
Oh my God! Yeah, it will
no,
be.
Before we launch Zagig, we want every single thing that we have in the pipe done,
Yeah, that would be nice.
so that we can sort of open up next year with a clean slate. Because there will be a lot to do. Because we got 3 big projects next year.
Well, there's.
GFW, Zagig, Barsoom.
Yeah.
You really think we'll be able to get Barsoom out before we do Zagig? That'd be tight.
So the nice thing about Castle Zagig, and I'm not going to put this out there in the public, but the second level is already written. It's mostly written. So,
You're
You just
you're
put it out to
talking
the
in front of the public. Just let
damn
you know.
it! Oh, damn it! I accidentally let it on the phone.
Oh no!
No! So he's starting. Mike is looking into the third level now. So that stuff kind of falls. Everyone in this room, it falls off of our table because we're not writing it. Finn will be editing it. Luke and some of the other people will go in and kind of. But Davis and myself and Jeremy, the only thing we really have to do with Castle Zagig is going in and making sure the CNC is correct, right? Making sure Castles and Crusades is done and blah 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 blah. So we're freed up to really work on things like Barsoom. The Codex of the Plains, Davis's fiction book on Enzeo we'd like to do, and some other stuff. That are floating around. I feel like I'm missing. There's something else big that we were working. I feel like I'm missing something somewhere.
You mean big or just our stuff that we're waiting to come through the pipeline?
Big, like Barsoom big, but maybe I'm thinking of that.
I mean,
Oh,
there's
it's the Conan
that thing
thing.
we were
Oh.
trying to get through out the door.
I think
Two
that's
things actually.
Yeah.
There's
I
the thing I'm
emailed
working on, and the thing that I tried to get done, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Thank you, Agile Monk. I watched that. Agile said if you haven't seen Dr. Chenault interview with Grace, I highly recommend it. She was awesome. Yeah. So Grace interviewed Kathy, my wife, and it was very enlightening. It ended up mostly discussing the state of modern medicine. I think here in the United States.
Not enough Steve slander.
Do what?
There was not enough Steve slander.
I thought that Kathy would spend a good hour making fun of me. That's what she does. So I figured that's what was going to be spilled over.
He's not lying.
On the YouTube.
So I gotta ask a couple questions. So I want to get.
And mine's coming up next
selfish.
week, by the way.
What your birthday is?
No, not my birthday. My interview.
Oh.
My,
Really? That'll be good. I can't wait to see that one.
It's happening next week.
It's just so you and Davis can help me out a little bit here, Steve. So what? I know this here. So this is a couple pieces of art from the book. I just wanted to show to the guys because I love it. Right. So what? This right here is. I think he originally put that in there for the monk. I think. Right.
I don't know where that showed up originally.
This Chinese Sonarum, he said.
He said it was in the Sonarum.
Mm-hmm.
I really love
Yeah, but I got this out of the second printing player's handbook.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, I most certainly did.
Well, then Peter is completely wrong. That is not from Sonarum.
Well, I mean, it might be in Sonarum, but
He had a name.
He
for
said it's
player.
in Sonarum now.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Maybe he just ported it over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't seen it before, but that's that's really
Is
neat.
Peter
art.
online?
Are you posting that little house picture, Chuck?
The other one I had, I don't know about that one.
Which is always online.
The other one I was
Days
going to
online.
show off was this one right here. This one I've got questions about. What's the story behind that one? Anybody know? Can you make it out?
It's the dwarf.
It's a dwarf in a cave with a light in his like a lamp and some
Yeah.
goblins or
There's goblins crawling all over him, but he's just kind of like chilled out there with them. I don't know.
I can't quite make out. I
Oh,
remember
that's
that
just a picture of me from high school.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been a rough high school experience.
Peter's art from the early days is so stylistic. That one, I think I put it on Twitter, and I can give it to you, Chuck, if you want to throw it up. This is from the second printing. This might be in the first. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
it is so elegantly peaceful, and it's like a
It's like classic storybook art.
yeah. I mean, it's this knight and a wizard and a thief, I guess, walking around going into this woodland area. It captures the essence, I feel, of just an adventure. You know, I'm going on an adventure. It doesn't have to be the giant beholder leaping out of the hole to blast me with a ray and I'm jumping upside down.
Right.
Whatever.
No, I really like that. I put it up on Twitter. I really like that one. That's a
Put
really,
that,
really
hey,
good.
Chuck, put that one up on the Twitch.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, Sparky was saying, I was reading what Sparky was talking about organizing. Yeah, I would love to be able to know the backstory on like all this art, to be honest with you. That's one of the things I regret not being around at the beginning.
What we need to do is, if Peter's online, I don't think is. So when I went to that Tulsa convention that Peter was at, where I met Peter, and we hired him after that convention, he had 2 pictures up at the top of it.
I know one of them.
I know what, and the other one, there's that female and the male.
Yeah.
Okay. I no longer even have a copy of either of them, and I want both of those because when I first walked in there, I said, "Dude, this guy's got it."
Okay, you may have accidentally burnt it, but your signed copy of the female cleric I took to the farm and put it. Man, I want to say I put it in that dresser.
Shitting me.
Now I'm pretty sure it's up there. You may have accidentally burned it, but I'm pretty sure I put it in that dresser that the cash register's on behind you. Or trunk. No, it was a tall trunk, Davis. Had like legs. It stood kind of tall.
It's not there. Tell you that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
It had a bunch of Sophie's.
Oh, that piece of art is a pile of
right
ash.
there under the clock. I put it. I'm like, I swear to God, I put it in that thing there.
Let's see if he's got
that
it,
ash
folks.
That ash is in a landfill. I'm sorry.
Treasure.
Well, he burned it outside. He gets very angry, as I do as well.
I've never known you to be angry.
Next Wednesday.
It burns all kinds of stuff on Wolf Alone.
What are we talking about today? What are we doing?
Barry Windsor Smith
Ooh.
stuff. All
Good
these
stuff right there.
Yeah.
Very nice, Davis. Dude, we should do a stream,
did you put
Davis,
that
where you just
picture
take us to your home.
Did you put? Yeah, do a tour of Davis's
Yeah,
home.
the
Did you put that
museum.
picture up?
Yeah, because he's got a musical instrument area, you know,
No, he
got
has
a library.
He does actually have like 10 new apartments. That's 6. Did you put that picture up, Chuck?
I'm waiting. I was waiting for him to finish it. Well, he'll probably be busy for a couple months. All right, so here we go.
Now he's just doing a show and tell.
He's showing off his That's an expensive comic right there.
There you go. I love that picture. What's the story on this picture, Steve?
So this is an early picture that Pete did. Actually, I don't think it was in the first printing. It may have been. I think it popped in the second printing, but I'm not going to swear to that. It did not. A lot of the art from the original white box spilled over and into the first and second printings, but that one I'm pretty sure did not. And he drew that for early Castles and Crusades. And what is so striking about that to me is it's such a calm picture that relates the story of what we all do at the table, right? I mean, there's your adventure party moving along, there's your night, and I don't know, it's just so calm. And Peter's art was so distinctive in those days. It has evolved, obviously. It's been 20, 23 years or whatever it's been. But that art, to me, is just, it just screams early Castles and Crusades. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was noticing that he even, you know, like a lot of times we notice in other, other art, there, he's got a guy in the back there. You know, he's always drawn that wizard with the staff and the cowboy. Not really a cowboy hat, but it's kind of a He's in that piece right there. If you'll see, way in the back there, waiting casually.
But if you look at the dwarf, and I don't think our viewers can see that close, but the dwarf has a bedroll and a staff, and I don't know, it's just so.
I like how he's looking at the night, like they're having a discussion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So do we sell prints of our art?
We have in the past. We do not now.
I'm just curious because there's
we do
a lot of that. We probably
a Wolf Alone
outside stuff. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, well, we
we can.
They have the rights to sell prints.
Yeah.
Now we do have stuff over on the Noble Dwarf canvas prints of some of our art, but I'm hoping to redo all that.
We've done art books, coloring books, calendars. We've done just about a little bit of everything.
Coloring books.
Actually, let me see what he's got.
We did a coloring book.
We get some wallets.
Should I get the catalog that I found the other day? That's kind of cool.
That is very cool. That's from like 06 or 09
you found the catalog?
Yeah,
we get like a pleather wallet with like
hey, man eater
on it.
Now you're talking, Jeremy. Now you're talking.
What did he say? I missed it. What?
A wallet, a leather wallet.
Fine Corinthian leather.
GM, yeah, the
It is
funny
like a
thing about
sweet
that,
jean jacket.
that weird. The coloring book required a very specific type of paper that would.
Yeah, I know. We've got. I need to get with you about that before time runs out too.
It was interesting. But now that Dakota has opened the print shop back to full time, Google Gobbly, we can relook at doing a lot of this.
Now that Steve doesn't have to slave for 15 hours a day over a hot press.
Yes.
Jimmy, we're just talking
Now
about
he can
some
now
of the
he
art.
can argue with me about how fast a turtle is.
We're just talking about some of our
Jeremy,
older
I was
art
actually-
in our older books. Just throwing stuff.
Dakota was kind of getting a rundown of just stuff
Yeah.
in general today. He asked me some questions. I said, well, Jeremy and I argue about once a day about something that I don't.
It's always something stupid.
I know it's always something stupid, but there's always an argument. But that's all right.
We're getting better at resolving it, I think.
We are. But that's your role here. You are very good at game.
I am a
mechanics
professional complainer.
Oh,
a professional complainer.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, that is freaking
1999.
cool. That is
So
very
what's
cool.
very interesting about that, if you look at that catalog, that specifically that page that Dakota just held up, the cover of the Gods and Monsters is red. That was the intended original cover of Gods and Monsters and the Player's Handbook of Monsters, but they didn't turn out that way. We actually changed and made them green. So there was never actually a red version like you see there in. Or was that the Player's Handbook? Was that the Player's Handbook of the
It was
MSD?
the Player's Handbook, but the Gods and the Monsters book. Yeah, there it is, right there. The Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
book.
We never actually did them red.
I was going to
I
ask
could
you
not-
about that. When I saw that cover, I was like, wait, what?
Not
I like
begin
the
to
red.
tell you
That looks
why
like
we
a
changed
red
it.
herring, Steve.
There you go.
There you go. And
okay.
the
So this
Towers
is
of Adventure by James Ward's in here.
Yep.
African or European turtle? No, it was
A giant snapping turtle.
he had a giant turtle as a mount for the War Mounts book. And
There's
he had
a
me go through the
original
book
white
to
box.
find
Mhm.
inconsistencies, and I was like, well, we have 3 different kinds of turtles in Monsters and Treasure now: the giant turtle, giant snapping turtle, and the giant sea turtle.
That's excellent.
And it didn't really match any of them. And so I sent him the stats for the giant snapping turtle. He's like, that seems really slow. And then we, I don't know, it was just stupid.
And a
thing.
discussion ensued.
Oh, so
We're
that's
like,
where
okay,
is
I
that
can look it
where
up.
is that where the giant snapping turtle is?
Huh?
So this is what I don't know.
No, I used it the other night in an adventure. That's why I was wondering.
So 6 months ago, I sat down and I wrote War Mounts so that it would be done. And and I asked Jeremy to just go through, since he's been working on the MNT, to make sure my stats lined up with what's going to be in the MNT and a few more. And about 6 of them, like the snake, the turtle, there's a couple
the
others.
bat.
Yeah, the bat that didn't match at all. I mean, the hit dices were off, the armor classes were off, the attacks were off. I don't know where I got those.
You made them up because we
No,
didn't have
I-
those monsters.
God damn
But
it.
surprisingly, we were really close
Yeah, well.
on a lot of stuff. Like there was stuff that you made up that I also made up independently that matched.
Oh, well, that's good, I
It's
guess.
kind of neat. Yeah.
Great minds, I suppose.
Yeah.
So the new warehouse will not have a museum. It will be an efficiently running warehouse, and this old print shop will then become the museum.
That would be cool.
Yes.
It will not be a junkyard.
So
It will
Steve,
not be a junkyard.
in the
If I have
afternoon-
any-
Nobody's having none of that
Hey.
shit.
in the evenings, Dakota, you can go out there and open up the museum. Steve can sit outside and greet people as they show up at the little patio thing there. You know, it's
he can let people come into his driveway
yeah.
and down
and
into the print shop.
He'll be out there. Get
Yeah.
off my land!
We might have penguins. I don't remember.
Trash Von Kill has a question. He says, "What's the deal with the Gygax Humble Bundle? Is this the Humble Bundle deal that Steven was talking about at the about a few months ago?"
Oh,
So
probably.
yes. So just so everybody knows, Frog God Games and Trollord Games and some other folks, the Estates of Gary Gygax launched a Humble Bundle that has a lot of Gary Gygax, Luke Gygax, Ernie Gygax, and Frog God and Trollord stuff in it. You can go over and dive in and check it out there. It's got a lot of stuff that from Legendary Adventures and stuff that's just kind of from the vault. A lot of this is opening up to us now as the estate kind of cleans out some of its issues. But this Humble Bundle, we are hoping, is the kind of last thing that the estate needs to clear its, to clear the deck so we can all move forward on all of this Gary Gygax goodness. So if you're interested in Gygax stuff, head over, support the Humble Bundle. We need to, Chuck, remind me, Grace is off tomorrow. Remind me, we got to get a newsletter out on the Humble
Oh, I
Bundle.
thought about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot
So
of
yeah,
different
it's go check it out. Absolutely check it out.
I'll make a note though because I'm not.
Gygax goodness.
There's a lot of different people at the Gygax.
Oh, thanks for the gifted,
Interesting times.
by the way.
It's very interesting times.
Okay, Sparky.
Whoa, 5.
You're in
Oh,
trouble
Agile,
now,
thank
buddy.
you so much
Agile
for all
Monk with
those.
5 gifted subs.
Thank you so
Huge.
much.
Oh,
That's
thank
awesome.
you, Agile.
Okay, I don't have the size, but the largest penguin ever to have lived was about 350 pounds and probably 5 feet tall.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Emperor penguins get that big. Yeah.
Really?
So they're man-sized. They're man-sized. Yeah, they're really big.
Dude, I think it would be the greatest thing in the world if a penguin 5 foot tall walked up to me and slapped me to the ground. That would just be
Then slapped its
yeah.
belly.
You know what would
Yes,
be great
that's
is you get,
That
a,
would
you
be
get like a
really
fist
cool.
fight with it. That would be fucking awesome. Have
That's
like a
right.
video of
Just
it.
kneeling
You know,
for it.
That's
No, it's like one of those professional slap fight competitions that are like popping up every
That's
once in a
like
while.
what was that other Steve asked me like out of the blue because this is one of the conversations we have. He was like, "What's like a giant Arctic thing?" He's like, "What's a prehistoric walrus?" I was like, "There aren't any."
I was very
I was like, "If you
disappointed.
want something really big, look at an elephant seal, which is the size of a truck.
Oh,
I had no idea they were that big.
They're
Yeah.
enormous. They're really scary how big they are."
I was very disappointed. I don't know what I was working on, but I needed some megafauna like the giant woolly
We were working
rhino.
on weapons for the frost giants, I think.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And there was no like Arctic sea creatures that were megafauna. I was just disappointed.
I thought like maybe a whale, like because whaling
Yeah,
is
but-
really intense.
But it just means the Earth failed us. It didn't make really great.
You know what we
Right.
failed
I
at?
think,
for-
most of the Arctic
I remember-
underwater
forgot about that.
megafauna is still alive today, or it's just slightly smaller.
That's sort of what Jeremy was saying.
Yeah,
because the elephant seal is so gigantic. that
Because
it's-
the walrus, I think, has been an extant species that entire time.
Yeah.
So it never died out because the marine life can survive food shortages much better, and they're much better suited to extreme.
It's like, how long have sharks been around?
They're older than trees.
Yeah. Sharks have been around for it's like one of the best species ever designed, ever. Minus
Oh, yeah.
me.
them and alligators.
Alligators have been around forever. There used to be. So okay, I'm gonna get really, really ridiculous here for a second.
Next Wednesday.
Mosquitoes have been around.
Currently extant crocodilia.
So,
Gators,
Agile-
crocodiles, all the rest.
Agile's got a question.
ahead.
He says,
Hold on, Chuck. Let
Oh.
Jeremy finish his very.
"Oh, I'm
strange-
sorry, Jeremy. I thought you
Um,
were done. I apologize."
There used to be way more species. For example, there used to be herbivorous crocodiles. There used to be crocodiles that lived only on land. And there used to be crocodiles with legs long enough that they could sprint on all fours.
Why aren't you a
like a horse.
teacher?
Terrifying.
I hate children. I don't know. I don't hate children, but
Well, that's a legitimate answer.
What?
That's great.
Oh, look
All right,
here,
Chuck,
folks.
You started to say something.
I think I did. Good God.
Yeah, Agile
Um,
Monk had a
don't clip that.
There you
Don't
go.
clip that.
I have, Agile Monk says, I have been playing CNC since 2004, but due to a moving issue with the government, my original box set got trashed. Do you folks have an original or close to a box set I could purchase to get it back into my collection of the TLG CNC items?
Which box set?
the white box.
Yeah, the white
So
box set.
not the one for sale now, but the one that had the green sticker.
The
So-
green
so
sticker. That's the
Dakota
one
and I
everybody
were
wants.
moving-
Yeah.
Yeah, Dakota and I were moving some stuff around down at the warehouse the other day. And so I know somewhere in all that crap is a box of 10
Yes.
of the original white boxes. I think
We actually, yeah, we found them. Yeah.
Well, no, we didn't. So what
Oh.
Dakota and I did find, there's a box of 10 of them, and I think it's like numbers 5 up through whatever minus number 13 because that went to Mac.
Yeah.
And I think 1 went to Gary. I can't remember where number 1 went, but what Dakota and I did find was 5 of those or 6 of those boxes. Those ones that were loose, Dakota, if you look, they had water damage on the top.
Mhm.
Oh.
So we found like 6 of them water damaged that I had just tossed
Well, they-
back in there,
So
and they're just sitting there. I don't know.
they don't look that bad. Just saying. I
Well,
didn't even know that.
We're going to have a warehouse find sale soon. So,
Yes.
Agile. If you cash at me $30 today, I will send one.
There you go.
Right, don't do
Johnny
that.
Oma has number 301 of the black box. That's very cool.
oh,
very,
very cool.
Oh,
Very
yeah, he
cool.
does. You signed it at Gen Con. You remember? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's a-
That's right.
Yeah, he went and bought it for like $200 from some other booth.
Those things are rare. I mean, the first 300 of both the white box and black box were signed by me, Davis. I think the white box was signed by Peter as well.
pretty confident we do not keep archival copies of our stuff.
Kid
We
does.
do. We actually
we
do.
Yeah, no, we
Five
do.
of
We do.
everything.
Yeah.
5 of everything.
Half of the warehouse is just trash from
Not
a
half
long
of
time
it.
ago.
It's a
like
lot.
It's not
90.
it's not half and it's not trash.
Steve, listen.
Exactly.
Steve is part of the
So-
defenders of the holy
water
books.
damaged white boxes.
So Jeremy Todd started that way back in the Woebegone days, and he kept 5 of everything. And he used to keep it in this beautiful shelf libraried up. It's not in a beautiful shelf libraried up anymore.
No, I imagine not.
It's
It does not
possible.
surprise me.
Yeah.
It's in random boxes, like
Yeah.
junk.
Sometimes marked, sometimes not.
Hope to
When I
see you
say
too,
trash,
Dan.
I just mean water damaged boxes, right? there's a couple.
They are
So
treasures, yes, Sparky, they are something. Gasoline. We'll give them to Davis. Let's just take all that stuff up for Davis. To
That
take
will
care.
all go into a burn pile.
oh my God, no.
See, I was going
He'll
to
be
say,
like, what's all this shit in my way? And he'll take it all out in the yard and light it on fire.
Kid,
Look,
Look,
they're-
they're, they're yelling no.
Kid used to give me like when we
No
do a
burn.
run, I would get like one of the first 6 or something like that. It was always like we kept one for ourselves, like from the first print run and stuff like that. So I had all this, and I'm exactly opposite of Kent when it comes to these things. Is that if it's meant to be used, I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use it until it breaks or is torn
Right.
up.
Right.
That's
Like a
the purpose
chainsaw.
of it, huh?
Like a
Like
chainsaw.
chainsaws, yeah. That's why I have
Or a good felling axe.
a lot of chainsaws. Or a good felling.
Two-
But not
two things.
shoes. We
But
don't
I have
use
none
shoes.
of that anymore. I literally have none of that.
That's
anymore.
why, Davis, I was very reluctant to return to you your Conan comic.
That's
book.
right there.
Yeah, I'm very nervous.
How
about
long?
that.
Okay. Or how long is it right there?
Exactly.
At what point does a stack of books get set there?
Yeah, no, those go on frames. I'm framing everything and putting them on the wall.
Okay.
So,
Okay. If they're mounted to the wall, I think they might stand a better chance.
Two things. Varsuk, hope we see you at GaryCon 2025. We're all excited for it. I don't know who all in this crew is going. I think everybody here. In this
Probably.
Yeah.
call.
I have to desperately throw together a tournament scenario.
Yeah,
Turn
and
it
then
down.
also, speaking of archival stuff, I really wish we would do these again. These are cool. I found these in that little green cabinet
They're
back there,
coming.
but they're not playing cards. They're just the spell cards, right?
Yeah.
So there's not this like kept word. Like these are wizards spell cards, so you don't have to like reference them. I thought it was really cool because I play wizards a lot, and I found one for the
Yeah, I
clerics,
wanted to
too.
talk to you about that. Don't let me forget. You forget
Okay.
me. I've been trying to talk to you
Deal.
for 2 weeks about that. I keep forgetting.
I can't print them, Chuck. I promise.
No,
I
no,
don't
this
know
is
how to
about
print
you and
them.
wizards, actually. Completely different.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
bullshit
good.
session. That's all.
I like
Uh,
wizards.
Let's see. If you have never seen the Undying War Leatherbound book, it's over the top amazing. Oh, really? I've never seen one. We're not allowed actually to have stuff like that here at the company.
I've never seen a physical copy of
It's
the
all for the
Undying
company.
War.
It's all for customers. We're not allowed to actually look
That's
at the
not true.
products.
I've seen tons of them because I ship
I've seen them
them
at the cons.
Yeah, that's why we
Chuck's
go to the
being
con,
asked
so we can
because
look at
he
our
doesn't know how to
products.
use his own- Chuck doesn't know how to use his own coupon code to order books.
Listen, I've tried.
I found it. I
Oh.
went back through like hundreds of messages and I found it.
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
supposed to ship all of Chuck's orders. I have like 20. I've just been ignoring them.
I have no idea if they're even around in Easy Ship or not. Who knows? They're probably-
Yeah, I
By
don't
the
know.
way,
He always tells me, "Hey, I'm doing some testing in the ship thing," so I just ignore Chuck's name.
There you go.
Oh, some of those real orders.
Barsook,
Yeah, really.
those things are absolutely,
I'm just
absolutely crazy.
I'm just teasing Chuck.
Oh yeah, that Bell Web Sword of Air. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Because
I've seen
they
pictures
made
of that.
metal books.
Please.
You know what's funny?
I always love it when I get weird messages on my buyer's notes. By the way,
You know what's really funny is right before when I started doing like contract work here, I didn't have copies of the books.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I guess I better buy them. So I bought like all the books, full price. And within 2 months, they hired me and they're like, "Here's your 100% off coupon." I was like,
I'll learn you.
That'll learn you to ask.
That's right. Hey, 12 traps and 12 puzzles, Agile. That sounds very cool.
that was before me. I don't give stuff away, but they did at cons.
No, I can count on Dakota.
We
He
did too,
protects the
remember?
Santic of the booth.
I mean, yeah, I give away stuff that like get out of my way. I like kind of like Davis with his burn pile, but
Well, there's one other way to get you to give away stuff there, but I won't say it on the stream.
maybe.
Chuck, are we doing giveaways today?
Yeah, I think we're getting ready to say because my
Oh,
wife.
speaking of giveaways.
No, we're doing takeaways.
She's
We're
knocked on
taking
the door twice.
Takeaways.
Takeaway.
Now,
Give us our product back.
Sweet.
You sound like my
Very
brother.
good.
It's
Traps
the
and
opposite of a
puzzles,
way.
traps and puzzles.
Hey, there was a question for
Award?
Steve, by the way.
Do
It'd be
what?
a take award.
Was
There was a question
Steve?
for Steve.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, Moose2271 said, "How do I handle traps? Follow Steven's lead, make the party go through a river."
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Always send them into the river. Make sure it's spring, rainy season, deep and fast, and you're golden.
And you're golden. All right, let me get over here and chats. We'll get this over with. If you've not gotten the giveaway, do it now. Give us a follow. Exclamation point raffle. Share your thoughts while I get this set up.
That's right, Johnny Oma.
oh, cool. Sparky's going to be running Warren and Madagot.
Cool.
Yep.
Or as Steve calls it, Warren.
That's generally what I call it. Most of Davis's titles I can't pronounce, so I just make it up.
I derisively call
we're
them
supposed
nonsense.
to change that.
All right, so we're going to close
What is
these
it,
out.
Go to Warren of Crap Bucket or Mortality of Crap or whatever.
If your name
The
is
miracle
called,
wasn't named Warren of Green.
I'll wait. They'll be done.
Go ahead, fire away.
It's
'cause
fine,
I got
it's fine.
states coming.
That's
and
why
I wanna
me
watch
too. That's why I'm
aliens.
trying to get off here. But all right, so if your name comes up, just go to our Discord. The link will pop up in chat. You see Obsidian Risk, and he'll get you. He'll get your code. All right, we're gonna do a couple $15 and a $25. Let's get this on the way. We're gonna close these out. Pancakes. All right, here we go. First winner for $15. It's not Dakota. All right, here we go. Who was it? Keith. Oh, Keith. Hey, Keith. All right, he's won. Very good. Next up would be
Let's go, Keith.
Chris Mullen.
Hogs game to get to.
Always
Let's
have fun
go.
pronouncing that. Congrats. Last but not least, this will be for the $25 one. There we go. Oh, Hallroth. You were in earlier, Hollering. Excellent.
Huge pulls.
Excellent stuff. All right. I'm going to set us up a raid. We'll get out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming by. We will have a game this weekend on Saturday on here, I believe. I think so, but you can watch and see if we're on or not. So thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. You guys share your last words while I get us this raid set up here.
Can everybody type "woo pig suey" in the chat?
There you go.
What?
Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Right.
It was the
In the I have a movie recommendation for everyone. In the past, I've
Oh.
recommended Tomahawk and I've recommended Vast of Night. Now I'm going to recommend a movie called Samurai Cop. You need to be really liquored up to watch it. It's amazing.
What is it called?
Samurai.
Davis.
I've actually seen it. It's
Davis.
It's a great film.
it's a film.
Cinema.
Go watch
What makes
Vast
it
of
great?
Night.
Well, we can't. We'll save that for another version.
Let's just.
I'll put it in your chat. Vast of Night.
It's an
Go
American
watch it.
action movie made by someone who is not American and doesn't speak English.
It's on Prime, Davis.
Okay.
Here, I'll send it in chat.
All right, we're gonna.
Vast of Night.
Yes, very good. I'm in the mood for liquoring up. So
Oh, Lonesome Dove. I really loved that movie. I really liked Lonesome Dove. I can't really pinpoint why I liked Lonesome Dove, but I really, really liked Lonesome Dove.
That's
you got
good.
one pig suey there, Dakota.
What?
You got one pig suey.
I know. I saw it.
Pig Suey.
He's like, yeah.
I did. I saw it.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for coming out.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for going out.
Oh, are there
We're gonna raid into Dave over here. He's doing some monster talk on
Oh,
his
yeah.
channel. Thanks so much, everybody. Y'all have a great weekend, and remember,
You wolf.
Troza out.